Welcome back. Senior business editor Mike Apple joining us now. Good morning, Mike. Better to see you than to, I mean, I love hearing from you, but I love seeing you.
My
and
dulcet
hearing.
tones, yes.
Yes.
Yes, my face so early in the morning. It's such a good thing. Anyway, yes, how are you, Faiza?
I can't complain. Good to see you, too. Let's talk a little bit about the outage on Friday. It seems that it's still a big conversation. This time, Interac saying that it will add some backup or network redundancies. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think that's the word out of all of this is redundancies, backup plans, and planning for what was something that doesn't exactly happen on a regular basis, fortunately. Yeah. But it's good to have a backup plan. And the fact that the Interac system was taken down when Rogers went offline on Friday kind of raised some Spockian eyebrows going, wait, you're just on one network? You don't have backup, in fact, because that's kind of an important thing when people are trying to get some money. And it was a fluke in my case that I actually had cash in my wallet. And maybe that's a thing going, the idea of the cashless society, maybe not so much. Cash sometimes is a good thing to have on hand. We heard from the industry minister, Francois-Philippe Champagne, yesterday, who had met with the Rogers CEO, Tony Staffieri, and all of the other telecom leaders saying, look, you got to work over the next 60 days to have redundancies in place. If one network fails, it jumps somehow to the other system or something of that nature. Again, why this wasn't in place already, that's another talking point going forward. But the idea of the backup plan or redundancies, that is going to be the big takeaway from all of this for the telco system.
Okay, let's talk about a story that seems to never be ending right here. Twitter tumbles. Yeah. We're talking court cases. We're talking Elon Musk no longer wanting to buy shares. What's the latest, Mike Apple? Help us break this down.
Well, Elon Musk, Friday, last week, actually, announced he doesn't want to buy Twitter anymore. He wasn't getting enough information, he said, from the company about all the bots on the system. So, nope, the mercurial genius who already owns 4 other companies said he's not going to spend $40 billion to buy Twitter. And, of course, made this announcement on Twitter. Which was ironic in and of itself, and probably danced a little bit too, perhaps. Now Twitter is saying, you've got a deal. You can't just walk away. We're going to see you in court, Mr. Musk, and you're either going to pay $1 billion break fee or you're going to pay the $54 per share that you promised. The stock was down to 34, I think, as of this morning. It is plunged here because Twitter is a damaged company. If Musk isn't buying it, who will? It needed maybe some more new backing, some new inspiration, so to speak. Still doesn't have an edit button. So we'll see where this goes because it's a 3-month saga that's going to now drag on in the courts and get even more interesting.
Yeah, get that edit button going. President Biden on his way to the Middle East. On the agenda, of course, oil.
Yeah, the U.S. president, after previously saying that Saudi Arabia would be a pariah nation, all of a sudden is going to meet with the leadership of the kingdom and other nations there to talk about the energy trade. The International Energy Agency this morning is saying we've got the worst energy crisis in history. Of course, what we've seen with record highs of the gas pumps. It's more of an issue, though, Faiza, for Europe right now because of the Russian feed of energy to the Eurozone. Is there going to be natural gas supply, for example, this winter? These are all things that are going to be going forward, and the U.S. president trying to jawbone, for lack of a better description, the Saudis and OPEC to increase the spigots a little bit. I don't know if OPEC actually has any spare capacity. That's a big problem. The U.S. doesn't, Canada maybe a little bit, but it's not enough to offset the rising demand for fossil fuels right now.
Okay, Mike Apple, thank you so much for joining us this morning, breaking down all this news. We appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow, face to face.
Okay, thank you.